Hello, in this video we're going to be covering how to load a project into the DFE. Once you've loaded the program into the web browser, go ahead and click the plus button and a pop-up will show on the different files that you can choose to upload into the system. You must make sure that the file that you're choosing is a PDF file and not a JPEG or TIFF, but a PDF. Double click. And you can see that the file has successfully loaded into the system. From here, there are a variety and number of different things that you can do with the project. Starting here in the corner, you can choose the size of the canvas in which the artwork is in. More often than not, you leave it in original. Or if you have a custom size that you've created, you can choose. The image that you see here reflects how it is printed. In other words, right now the short edge is being printed as the leading edge. We want these envelopes to turn, so we will turn these 90 degrees so that now the long edge is the leading edge, and this is also how we will load our envelopes or other substrate into our feeder. From here, you'll be able to nudge the artwork left or right, depending on where it falls on the substrate for calibration and registration. The same can be said for up and for down as well. If you would rather, you can also highlight inside of these boxes and type in a value if you would so wish. Moving down, you can see that you can do a test print. If there are multiple pages inside your PDF, you would be able to choose here. In our example, there is only one, so there are not multiple pages to choose from. And likewise, over in range, you can choose which page exactly to print from. But again, we only have one in this document, so we will simply stay on the print all. Here you can change your quantity that you'll be printing, and you'll also be able to dictate the quality. Here you can choose from production or high resolution. The production value is 600 by 1200 resolution, whereas the high resolution is 1200 by 1200 resolution. Between these two, they also correspond with the paper type in this drop-down. Production coincides with plain paper 300, and high resolution coincides with plain paper 600. From here, you can also adjust the scaling. If your artwork that's been provided may not have a bleed, but you need a little bit, you could bump this up by just a hair or shrink it down accordingly depending on the artwork and the substrate that you're wanting to run on. Over here, we've already covered our media sizes. You can also see in the color paper, we've covered this area as well. Moving further down, there are sliders here to control your ink density. For a granular control, you can choose to drop down ink density across all boards, or you can do them individually with cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Lastly, there's the preserve 100% black. That feature is there if you would like to have that truly 100% black done in your document during printing. Right now, as it stands, we are in our full job editor. There's also the quick edits, which is simply a stripped down, pared down version of the editor. If you don't need all those additional settings, it's simply up to the user's preference whether they use the full job editor or the quick edit screen. Once all your settings have been made in this screen, you simply can either queue it, where it will add it to the print queue, and you can see we are already here in the print queue, or press print and it'll immediately send to your printer. And that is an overview of uploading a project to the digital front end, the DFE.